What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the next Hitchhiker video, and as you can see, I am over at Reddit Troopers. And if you don't know who Reddit Troopers is, just raise your hand and I will come around later and hit you in the head with a tack hammer because these guys need no introduction. One of the highest level, longest running war clans out there. Just again, they just don't, we don't need to talk about who they are. You know, if you're watching this video, you know who Reddit Troopers is. But I have had the privilege to come over and watch 3 different wars. So I've got a lot to choose from, and I've got a lot of videos. I'm probably going to be a feature length. So hang in with there, guys. You're going to see some fun stuff, and we'll get started so we don't waste a lot of time here. The first one we're going to look at, let's see, news. You guys remember news from the Reddit line war, or the Red Line EWCA war. We're going to watch one of his attacks, taking out number 10. And sorry if I get confused on these. Again, I've watched 3 wars worth of 3 stars, so I have seen a lot of attacks in the last 15-20 minutes. I could easily get some of these mixed up, but what these guys are doing, and I really like it, dropping that golem down, letting the queen get behind it. Obviously, same sort of stuff here. You want to take out that air defense, and you guys are going against very, very high level bases. This one's got a few archer towers and stuff that is not maxed out, but obviously the level 3 infernos, the high level, look at got max queen, 35 king, so definitely a tough base. Right here, using the wall breakers to let everything in, and that jump spell just to push them all into that core, heading towards that. I think the queen was probably supposed to shoot that air defense there. Didn't do it, just sort of walked around the base. The other buildings were a little bit closer, but right here, the king's going to run in, take that jump spell. News does use the poison, has a dragon in the CC, but hey, it's going to do a little bit of damage to it. Right there, the queen takes out 1 air defense. The king's going to take the jump and grab that second one, and then the queen locks onto the Inferno Tower. Now News has got 2 air defenses taken down. The queen's taken care of. An Inferno Tower is taken care of. If you can do that, and you have the skill these guys have, pretty much GG. Just going to start dropping those lava hounds in, following it up with balloons, and then obviously that freeze right there to hold up on that Inferno Tower. You see those balloons cutting right across the core. It's what you want, giving them the benefit of that rage. Take out that last Inferno. Now the last couple lava hounds just clumped up down here on the bottom. They're tanking for both of those Teslas, the last air defense. That X-Bow just doing an awesome job soaking up all that damage. A few back-end loons right there. We'll start to fast forward because it's going to take a moment for this to clean up, but pretty much it is over. Big wad of balloons left, and right there gets that lava hound to bust. So that's nice to get those extra pups for cleanup. Wolf times for it because this one's over. Excellent attack by News. Love watching him attack. Good job, man. All right, moving along, let's look at, see if this is done here. Again, I'll try to breeze through these because we got a lot to show. Let's look at USA Hero taking on number 14. Really like this attack. These guys are using a lot of hogs at Town Hall 10, and you know me, I love hogs. I love watching it. So I really enjoyed that part of it. Just drop the queen down all by her lonesome here. That splash damage is not going to affect that level 40 queen at all, so no worry there. And then comes in with all those golems. Just get them out front, let them do the tanking. Wizards, obviously, to create that funnel, and then going to start opening up the compartments here with a few wall breakers and just start moving everything right into that core. Now, obviously, what you want to do when you're doing this attack, you want these, the whole point of these golems is to get out front, tank for those Inferno Towers, allow your kill squad to take those out because hogs ain't going to do that for you. It's especially with a level 3 Inferno Tower, hogs just melt. So really you want to keep them safe for that. So this is a good base selection for that. You see a lot of defenses on the outside ring here. You're going to see the angle that USA Hero takes coming at just basically on the opposite side of the base of those Inferno Towers. Has the jump spell to let everything into that core. That big old king's going to get over there, start beating on that Inferno Tower. That's perfect. And the hogs are doing their job. Again, the Inferno Towers never touch these hogs. That's the key to these Town Hall 10, with high-level Inferno Towers. You got to protect your hogs. You got to keep them away from those Inferno Towers. And this base really didn't have any double bomb, logical double bomb spots that his hogs were going to path over. So perfect base selection, perfect execution. We'll start to fast forward. Just a few defenses left. You see the king and queen are both still up. Several hogs still up. Got a golem still that's not even busting into golemites. So really crushed that base. Really, really nice. USA Hero. I enjoyed watching that one. And you're going to get to see a few more of these hog attacks because I really like them. I want this to hopefully be what I'm able to do at some point when I Town Hall 10 and have high-level heroes and all that. Let's look at one more from this war, and then we'll switch wars. Let's see, 24. Let's look at a Town Hall 9 attack. Griffin taking on 24. I really like this one. I'm seeing this a lot at not only Town Hall 9, but at Town Hall 10 these guys are doing. They're bringing this, especially with these high-level, a lot of these guys have level 30 queens. With these high-level queens, they're just dropping her down and backing her up with these healers. I think he's got 3 healers there. Now, you got to be careful because you can't drop her down in front of 4-point defense. She's going to get smoked, even with those healers. You see that right there with just 2-point defense. She was actually, they were taking her out faster than she was living, and you want to hold on to that ability of hers. So you got to be, you can't just mindlessly drop her down and expect her to just go in there and take care of everything. There's some strategy to it. But obviously, you see right here, she's back to full health, and she is taking out just a section of this base all on her own. Just working her way through, getting stuck on a collector here, or excuse me, a storage there. But right here, moving right along, as soon as she draws the fire from those point defense, dropping down a few wizards to help back her up. Then right here, finally gets in range of that air defense. Is going to lose a healer or 2 there. But now she's, takes out that air defense. She's safe. And what they do is let it just work around this base a little bit. And then when they pick their entry spot, you see the queen's over here. That's where he wants to enter the base. That's when they drop their golems down, start pushing that way and creating that funnel to where the queen's going to cut in and stop wrapping around the base. But look at how much she took out all by herself. What's that? Probably 20%? 15, 20% of the base, just her and a few healers. And they're keeping her, relatively healed up. Now, Griffin obviously does not have his Dark Spell Factory for some reason, so he takes care of these CC troops the old-fashioned way, brings a lightning, does a really nice job, drops it just right for that witch to get taken care of. You see the queen now just right now using her ability. Look at this. 40% of this base is taken care of, and now he's dropping his hogs. The only downside of this is that, you got to be careful. Time is a factor. That's taken a long time to move that part of the base around, but it does cut down tremendously on the cleanup that needs to be done. Just sprinkling these hogs in, just surgical in it, dropping the heals where needed. You see the king in the core there. Beating on a few of those hogs, but that's no problem. They got a heal for him. And then the queen's still up. After all this time, the queen's still up. She's still doing damage, doing her thing. The hogs are standing in the last heal. Only a couple of Teslas left. They got those pesky skeletons, but that's not detrimental with no more defenses that are left than that. They're going to turn around, take out that king. He's got a few wizards on the backside for cleanup. Just beautiful attack. Absolutely killed it. I like it. I like the way they're using their queens like that. Really getting a lot of benefit out of their heroes that way. All right, let's move on to the next war they had. We're only going to look at one from this war. Well, I don't know. I didn't see anything that blew me away like some of these attacks you're going to see on the one after that. Another Town Hall 9 attack, and then we'll get back to a few more Town Hall 10s because I really want to take advantage of the fact that these guys have a lot of Town Hall 10s we don't, so you don't get to see it as much. Let's see right here. Johnny taking on 37. And again, sort of the same thing. Only one healer here. Again, you have to be careful, especially with just one healer like that. A few point defenses are going to make that queen go down pretty quick. But he drops them over here. You see, there's a few splash damage. That's not an issue. You don't have to worry about splash damage, especially with a healer. Just that archer tower is really the only thing that's going to get in range. It locks on, but by itself, that healer's going to keep the queen up in plenty long enough to take out that archer tower. So right there, that wizard up top is sort of pushing the queen down to the bottom. That's where he wanted the queen to go. He didn't want it to wrap up to the north. Wanted it to come to the south. So that's exactly what it's going to do. Very good placement on those wizards to force the issue down there. And then the golems again, right here. This is where he wants to cut into the base. So he drops his golems, drops his wizards to create that part of the funnel. The queen still, she's taken out of storage here, but that's no big deal. She's so much smarter now. She's not going to start shooting a wall. I hear people still grapping about it. I love it. Obviously, Reddit Troopers loves it because they're taking full advantage of it. She's going to work her way down here, and just when he's ready for those the jump spell or whatever to push it into the base, that's when the queen's going to start moving her way in. But now these golems are doing the tanking. You see how much of this? Look at this base. Over half of it on the outside is eliminated. Obviously, the hogs are going to take care of the inside because it's all defensive buildings for the most part. So it really, again, it takes time, but it cuts down on so much cleanup on the outside, and you're getting a lot of value out of that queen. And again, he just brought the one healer, so that's really nice. Again, didn't have the Dark Spell Factory, I don't suppose, because using the lightning there, you guys get your Dark Spell Factories. What's going on? I guess maybe you won't need it, but that poison spell is handy. Uses the jump spell, lets the king and queen in. They're just wrecking stuff still. And then here comes the hogs. Really no good spots for double bombs over there, and high value heals right there. Look at that. Covering what, 5 probably defenses. The hogs are just standing in that heal, taking everything out. Still has a heal left in the bag, and a giant for right here for this backside. Really nice there that he dropped it. Probably could have dropped it just a second or two sooner because that archer tower had already targeted some hogs, but it does tank for the cannon. Saved a little bit of damage coming to its hogs. We'll fast forward because this one is over. Giant bomb goes up there at the end, but just sort of damages the hogs, does not take them out, and he has plenty of cleanup troops left. Good job, Johnny. All right, let's go to this last war. We got 4 attacks we're going to watch on it. Right here, I think this was supposed to be a closer war than this, but looks like they're going to be okay. Let's see. Let's look at Schism taking on number 8. Schism actually had 6-star war, 7 and 8 taken out. Let's watch 8. I liked it a little bit better. Again, using this, letting this queen take a walk technique, they're calling it. Just putting the queen down, dropping those healers down. This one actually I think had 4 healers. I didn't count before we started the attack there. But obviously the goal here is to get that air defense. Now, if I remember right on this one, that queen actually doesn't grab that air defense because of that collector right down there. That gold collector is just sort of sucks her that direction, and then everything's closer. So maybe had he dropped a wizard right there to just go in there and take that out. Oh, no, I'm sorry. See, I told you guys I was going to get confused. I've watched too many attacks. She does grab the air defense. Now she's going to walk around the north part. I was thinking of a different attack. I apologize. She's going to walk around the north part. Again, these point defense are sort of coming at her one at a time, so that's fine. That splash damage means nothing. Those healers are going to keep her up. But look as she walks around here. She's going to get all the way around to this second air defense. So for the price of those 3 or 4, I think it's 4 healers in this one, and that queen, he's getting 2 air defenses. I mean, think about that. Think about how big that is in a Town Hall 10 attack. And this is a hog attack, but still, you could have done this with a Golal loon just because that is such high value. Now, right here again, same concept. When they want to push into the base, dropping those golems down, letting them do the tanking, and then backing it up with some wall breakers to open that compartment, wizards to create the funnel. Here comes the king, drops a rage for him. Everything's moving in. Now back to the sort of the same scenario. All you want to do is keep these hogs away from those Inferno towers. So they drop them on the far side, away from that Inferno tower. The first one's already down, and let that kill squad, those beefy heroes, those golems out front, work in and take out the Inferno towers while the hogs are doing the job on the rest of the base. Just dropping heals down, keeping them up. You see no real good spots for double bombs, so no threat there to the hogs. Just got to keep the heals up. And this is a pretty tight base. Not even a lot of spots for spring traps. So really getting a lot of value for these hogs, just working their way around. Right there, if you go flying to spring traps. But the second Inferno is already down, drops that heal on the last obvious giant bomb spot. And again, king and queen still up. I mean, think about that, guys. King and queen still, you have done something right when you are taking on a Town Hall 10 and your king and queen are standing in the center of the base and they're still alive. Just solid, man. Just a solid attack. I really liked it. I love watching these hogs do work at Town Hall 10. I know you guys probably will too. Good job, Schism. All right, moving right along. Let's look at another one here. Light, taking on 14. Another Town Hall 10 attack. Sort of a different base. I'm not sure if this is a foreign base. I don't think it is, but it could be. I'm not up on the foreign bases, but kind of a strange base. But, got all those zap walls. That guy has really spent some time and or money on those zap walls. Got level 3 Inferno towers. And this one's just going to be a 5 golem. Just get in there. Those big compartments, these golems really shine. But what I really liked about this particular attack, I like those balloons right there because that's smart. That's going to keep those golems from trying to get over there and wrap around to that. That jump spell. That's perfect. To have the knowledge, the thought, the scouting to say, okay, my queen's going to handle this bottom Inferno. I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to use my jump spell just to guide that king and those golems into that second one. Beautiful, because most people would have dropped that jump spell towards that first one. I'm telling you right now, that's the way it would have been. I would have probably dropped. Now, I'm not trying to question light here. I would have dropped the hogs down here in the bottom, away from that Inferno tower, because as we talked about, look, he's losing hogs right here. He's losing hogs until that king gets in there. I don't think it would. I think it would have worked the same. They would have come from the bottom, and he wouldn't have lost any hogs to those to that Inferno Tower, and I think the outcome would have been the same. I'm not, again, these guys are the pros at Town Hall 10. I'm not. That's just an observation from watching this attack. I think he did lose a few hogs unnecessarily there, but beautiful attack. Love the jump spell. Love the thought that went into that to force those golems, to force that king up there to that second one, knowing that the queen would take out the first one all on her own with her brand new found brain. I don't know if you guys have seen Anchorman, but one of my favorite quotes from that movie is that women have a brain third the size of ours. It's just science. And I think the queen has had some kind of brain enlargement surgery with the update. She is almost on an even playing field with men now. So good job to her. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate comments from the feminists out there. Sorry about that. All right. One more. Actually, two more. Let's look at Town Hall 9. And then we'll watch a kind of a different one that you guys, I think, are really going to like. This attack, beautiful, pretty good base, spread out, anti 3-star space. A couple of different giant bomb possibilities. The one thing I really like about this is towards the end of the raid, I'll be sure and point it out, some very, very smart hog deployment by Isaac. I actually think, I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was that said they were actually, Isaac is, he's playing this account. It's not like he's doing his attacks during this war. I mean, it's like Isaac is not around, so he's using this account, and so give you credit. Let me look and see who it was here as this attack is starting. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to give you full credit. ADK, I believe. So ADK, really nice attack. Right here, just a couple of golems go down again, sort of using that queen, not letting her take a big walk, but using her to clear a small section of the base, and then dropping those golems in and just sort of creating the funnel on the backside. Sort of just, I guess, cuts down on your funnel creating troops because the queen does one part on her own. Wall breakers to let everything in there. Now the golems are going to reroute, start getting into that core. Obviously a jump spell to let everything in. Sorry about that, guys. Had some fights tonight I got to catch up on. Golly, did you guys see the Conor McGregor and Chad Mendez fight? Ooh, it was awesome if you didn't. Right here, Queen's down. The rage right there. He does have a poison spell. I would have held on to that. Balloons, all that came out of there. Had the kill squad right there. I probably would have held that rage or that poison to make sure that the skeletons pop, which they do here in a moment. I think it probably would have been higher value. But here comes the hogs, just surgical hog attack. Now look at this right here. 4 hogs in the bag. Watch where he deploys these hogs from. They're doing their thing wrapping around, but the obvious double giant bomb spot that's left, and I think this was a cleanup attack as a matter of fact, is right there between the archer tower and the air defense. So his hogs are wrapping around in a bad way right here. They're going to come at it from that long side and get wiped out. But these 4 hogs, that is clutch. The angle that he took, sending them all the way across that, and then right here, one of them splits off, triggers that giant bomb for him. But even more importantly, taking out that defensive building. So now these hogs, you see right here, they have no reason to go there. They have no reason to cross that path anymore. So those 4 hogs, I think he still would have got the 3-star because this queen's over here and has some tanks and some things left. But very, very smart, very clutch to send those like he did. Made it just all that more impressive of an attack. Good job, buddy. All right, last one. We're going to have to actually go into the war event here because it was not a 3-star, but it was impressive. You guys are going to like it, I promise you. Let me find it here. Right, no, that ain't it. Let's see. Come on. Right here. No, that ain't it either. I passed it. Sorry, guys. It's hard to find these when you're trying to. Right here. Neato versus 17. These guys say they've never seen one quite this long, and I can promise you I've never seen one like this. This queen, now here, she starts her journey up top here. Drops these healers on her. She's going to work her way around the base. And I am going to times 2 this because you see this attack takes the full 3 minutes. 90, I think 8%. Drops that one wizard. You guys, if you're going to try this, don't forget, you have to direct the queen where you want her to go. She's not going to stop and shoot a wall, so you've got that going for you. But that wizard right there ensured that she's going to take the path that Nico wanted her to. So that's important. Working her way around the base. Again, we'll keep this at times 2 just to let everything go. The great thing about this healers on this queen is that the healers most of the time stay out of that range on that air defense. You see right there, she took out that air defense. It never even shot at a healer. So here she goes. She's working around. A point defense or 2 gets on her. You see these right here. Watch this. Look how low this gets. Now, you've got to remember, I would have panicked and used the ability here, but he knew that second point defense was about to go down, and now boom, she's going to get healed all the way back up. Very patient, very cool under pressure there. I again would have panicked and hammered on that ability and used it. So right here, look at what this queen's done. All the way around, she's taken out 2 air defenses all by herself with the healers, of course. And what is that? Probably 25% of the base. What's he at? Well, he's at 40% damage already. I can't believe it's that high, actually. 42%. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, she's still going. Full health right here. He decides this is where he wants to cut into the base. So he drops a few wall breakers, opens up that compartment, and just a few wizards to push everything in. No golems. Just uses the king here. He knows the queen's going to step herself out, and the king's going to lock on. So right there, freeze for that Inferno Tower. And right there's the 3rd air defense just went down, guys. I don't even know what to say. 3 air defenses with the king and queen and 4 healers. And 40% of the base. Craziest thing I've ever seen. The lava hounds coming from the opposite side, I guess, target on just that 1 air defense. Once it goes down, they're just going to tank as they go into the base. Both Inferno Towers still up, so that was good that he had those lava hounds out there to help out, but really just overwhelmed it with balloons and with those lava hounds coming from that side. King and queen do go down, but he's got plenty of pups. You see the dragon and the CC there just now goes down, but just so crazy and impressive. I loved it. Awesome job, man. Very nice, Nico. All right, guys, that is it. Whew. That was a long one. Hope you guys stuck with it. Hope you liked it. Again, Reddit troopers, you guys know who they are. If you are at the very, very top level and you want to try them out, I know it's probably hard to get in, just like it is One Hive and all the other clans like that. But, good luck. Thanks for having me, Reddit troopers. Really enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake from One Hive reminding you guys to suck less.